Let's do this. I'm all jacked up.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Red Bulls and
So
cigarettes.
are my legs open? Is that me? Or is that closed?
We're live.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the show, guys. This is episode 57. Welcome to the Behind the Tool Belt. I got Chris with me. We got Ty, and we got special guest Mike from Job Progress. We're excited. So, if everyone could please share this. If you're in a group, just drop the number 7 when you share it to a group. And if you share it to your page, when you do, drop a 5. All this stuff helps the algorithms. And it's really about helping small business, small communities stay together and all grow together. So please drop your town, where are you from or where you're watching this from tonight. We would appreciate if you could do that. Thanks for being here tonight. We are here. We're excited about Job Progress. We're going to talk about some great detail on how that can help you, you as a customer dealing with TC Backer and Horizon Lawns and how they can help you out. So we're really excited about that tonight, and we're excited to have you here tonight. So take a few minutes. Like I said, if you could please share it out. And we're going to talk about the giveaway. So episode 58, we're going to be doing a giveaway. Don't forget, we're going to talk about that. Thank you, Vic. Always tonight. It's like the last second. There's no time left on the clock, and Vic throws a touchdown. Everything collapses, and then he builds it back up. So big shout out to him. And then we're going to talk about Simply the Best. Harrisburg Magazine 2021. February 21st is the last date. So if you could please go give a rating to TC Backer. Is Horizon Lawns part of that too?
A part of the... I'm sorry.
Simply the Best?
No.
Okay, so TC Backer, Simply the Best. There's a bunch of categories. There's the roofing, the siding, the windows. Just go to the different categories. You can go to their page, and you can see Lauren has posted different things where you can put up there all the categories they're in. So we appreciate everybody being here tonight. Jocelyn, thanks for being here. Jill, thanks for being here. Chuck in the truck. Derek, thanks for being here. Thank you all for sharing. Thanks for putting the numbers up, and then hitting the heart button and the like button. All those things help the algorithms, and that helps small business, like I said, be effective in the communities they work with. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you. Jim Hankey, thanks for being here tonight. And thank you, everyone. Dennis, thanks for being here tonight. So let's get into Mike and Job Progress. Chris, if you could kind of tell us a little bit about how this got all together and what it means. So
basically, how this all came is, as everyone knows that's been following our shows, TC Backer is expanding. We're always looking to grow, and with growth comes growing pains. One of our growing pains was, managing the beast that we have going here. Keeping track of all the customers, keeping track of the jobs, the financials, any business owner out there can agree with me that it's a lot. So we browsed through a couple different, what I will call CRMs. We kind of had our own CRM, homemade CRM thing going on, between Google Calendars and, a couple other things. I'm not going to go into all of them, but basically we created our own kind of CRM, and it just became a little bit unmanageable. There was a lot of multi-data entry. We were entering the same data in multiple places within the company. We're just trying to looking to button things up and be more efficient.
Right.
I don't necessarily want to call Job Progress a CRM because I feel like that doesn't do them as good a justice. Okay.
Because it's much more.
It's so much more. It is so much more than that. The customer relations manager is what a CRM is. Okay. But I feel from all the different CRMs that we looked into, it seems like they were a lot more geared towards the retail sales of things. Okay. Right. So it seemed like they kind of left us in the dust after the job was sold. Right. Okay. But there's so much more that goes on after that. We got workers that we got to send out. We got work orders that we got to send out. Bills that need paid. There's so many other moving parts to the system.
Right.
Job Progress, I feel like not only do they excel in the CRM world, right, but then after the fact, following up with watching the work get done the whole way to the finish line, and even afterwards, being the service manager, just because I'm done installing that roof, I'm not done yet.
Right. Right.
We got that roof for the life of that thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they got a leak, I need to be able to manage that. And this system
Tracks it
all in one, man.
So it's beyond information.
It is beyond.
Right. It allows the client to be on top of it. At the end of the day, the consumer is going to get the best value with TC Backer because of it.
Absolutely. Like Chris was talking about, it does so much more than just a CRM. It does estimating, workflow, field management, growth and productivity of the company. We have so many moving parts that we needed something that would communicate with everything and everyone that
Every
we're doing.
aspect of the
yes,
company,
from
to vendors.
from when the phone call comes in to when the bill gets collected.
Yeah.
I mean, and everything in between.
And then down the road.
And we do many different phases of construction as well as different types of construction. Okay.
Right.
So phases of construction: roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. Okay.
Right.
That's typically there's just roofing companies that might do some gutters. And we do doors. I mean, we do so many different aspects on the exterior of the company, and we're also dipping into Evolve Stone. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're throwing some more insult to injury there. So we need something that can keep track of that, keep track of where the guys are, what leads have came in, what jobs have came in, what purchase orders have came in. Okay, so now they've all came in.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what do you do with them?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got all these, and you got 45 people running around like chickens with their head cut off, and the left leg doesn't even know what the right leg's doing. Now we've managed to get through that, and like Chris said, we've created our own CRM with Google Calendar. Google's been a real big, and Microsoft has played a big role in that. But what worked 5 years ago won't work today.
Right, with the virtual workforce almost.
Yeah. Absolutely, and the beautiful thing about this is all you need is an iPad. It's cloud-based. It's an app on your telephone. So like when Bob goes out to a job, automatically, as soon as he punches the address in, it starts populating the estimate right away. Wow. Okay, so then he starts snapping pictures, which will be later. Okay, so when he's completed looking at the job, his estimate's already completed. He can fire it off when he's on site. They get an email or a text message, stating that they had received their estimate. At that point in time, they can open it, accept it, reject it, and we'll see if they have accepted it and rejected it. And at that point in time, it goes into the next phase, which Mike later on will tell us, the whole job progress point of it. But I mean, with that happening, so like I was talking about, Bob took the pictures. Once it's accepted, then at that point in time, it can be created into a work order. So then the guys out in the field can see the pictures and see exactly what the work order asks of them to do of the job.
So you're not duplicating stuff that someone already did. You're eliminating extra phone calls, emails, all that.
And this will help us expand out into different states, into different counties. Yeah. I mean, it's duplicatable. It's easily trained. It's easily learned. I mean, it's such an awesome program.
And honestly, guys, the best part about this system is we have a human being person available 24/7. He's on the show right now, Mike. I have yet to have any kind of questions about this thing that my man has not been able to answer. In fact, I'm going to kind of throw you a bone here right now, Mike. Earlier, I found what I would call I don't want to call it a bug, but I want to say it was something that is going to inconvenience me that I found inside of Job Progress with the whole message sending thing. I sent you screenshots, and what was your response to that, Mike?
I'll submit it to my dev team and get it taken care of for you.
Absolutely. Like, that is, from a contractor's point of view, I got a real person working for the program that we're spending money on that is running our business, that is going to manipulate their software to work to our company.
The entire time. The entire time they've been manipulating.
That's unbelievable, man. I sent a text message in a meeting, and within 3 minutes, I had a real life response back saying, "I'm going to send that in, and we're going to fix that."
Nice.
Like that, dude. It doesn't get any better than that. So that's a pretty good introduction for you, Mike, man. How are you doing? Tell the people a little bit about yourself, brother.
Wow, I mean that was I appreciate that. I appreciate those kind words. At the end of the day, all I'm trying to do and all we're trying to do at Job Progress is exactly what TC Backer does every day. And that's serve their customer, right? You guys, my contractors, you guys are our customers. So if I'm not able to provide that level of service, then I need to evaluate what I'm doing and the service that I'm providing. But yeah, we're doing good. I'm doing good over here in Piscataway, New Jersey. Snowed in a little bit, but
Nice.
other than that, staying warm. No complaints on my end.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
awesome.
You look good, man. You look good and warm and toasty up there.
Well, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm doing well. I got, my TC backer hoodie just in case I get cold during the show. I know I could throw it on real quick,
Nice.
represent.
We appreciate that, man. We do.
man.
We appreciate everything you do. And like I said earlier, and like Chris touched on, you guys have manipulated your system to fit our model of business. We knew going into this that you guys more so focused on the retail end of sales and stuff like that, remodeling and all that stuff. And what we do that, but then the other part of our company is a little bit different than most companies, at least in South Central Pennsylvania, and we deal with a lot of new construction. Okay, well, they've manipulated their system to fit our purchase orders and our workflow on how and what it's going to communicate to and with. And I can't say enough, not that we went to other companies and price checked or asked them, but according to your reviews and I'm a part of a lot of roofing groups and stuff on Facebook, and and a lot of people had a lot of good things to say about you guys, and that's held true so far. I mean, like, you came down here, you drove down here, you spent some time with us for 2 days away from your family and work, and spent hours, tireless hours with Chris and Vic and a couple of the other guys, and a little bit with myself, and we appreciate that. And then you set up Zooms before that and after that, and have just been a godsend to us, because this is next level stuff for us. We had a couple what I call bottlenecks, okay, and this is going to clear up probably 95% of those bottlenecks that was holding us back from growth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I'm constantly moving, and I bounced some ideas off of Chris and Vic over the past few days, and without something like this in place, we're not going to be able to achieve those things. And it's all about the longevity of the company. Mm-hmm. I'm constantly looking out 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, and 6 years out. Like, where are we going to be? Are we ahead of the curve? Or what industry do we need to be in? Like, what I'm constantly looking and striving for that next. What do we need to do to stay up with the times, to stay up with the IT stuff and the technology and all that stuff. And you guys play a huge role in all of this, on everything. I wouldn't even consider doing half of the things that I told Chris and Vic about earlier today if it wasn't for you guys. So I thank you for all your help and your support, and that's kind of why we wanted to bring you on the show, because I want people to know who you guys are. I want people to know that we're using a program, and this is what separates us, from the boys from the men.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Putting processes in place, and we're not a chuck in a truck. that we do want to service our customers, and really that's what this is about. This is for our customer relationships. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So nothing falls through the cracks, and that's how this is designed.
That brings up a good question. What are the benefits to the customer for this? Can we talk a little bit about
man.
that?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I will say, there are some of the ins and outs of the job progress thing that I can touch on, but as far as the customer interaction, we have not launched yet fully. So, Mike, I'm going to kind of let you take over on that question, because I haven't seen it from the customer end. I know you and I have gone through countless, fake accounts and setting things up and trying to see what things look like from different point of views, and pretending to be a subcontractor, pretending to be accounts payable, accounts receivable, pretending to be the guy in the field doing the work, pretending to be the manager sending the work out. But I have not pretended to be a customer yet. So I'll let you take that one, Mike.
Sure. Yeah. No. Absolutely. And if I may, I have a demo account queued up. I think I can share my screen here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can you guys see what I have pulled up here?
Yeah, we're gonna switch that over for the Facebook guys to see that as well. You guys will see that in a second here.
There you go.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
So
Thanks,
just for all our viewers knowing, this is one of our demo accounts that we have here. So I think I can see here that you guys have visibility. And one of the benefits of Job Progress is that this workflow, each contractor as they come on board, they customize it to their needs. So this is how TC Backer is going to be able to ensure that no step of your process is missed. Because each stage, each part of that flow is its own milestone that the job gets to move through. And as we continue to look at your job profile, and we're going to transition screens here, you'll be able to see that the communication, any tasks that have to do with your job, any type of messaging, all of that is stored directly to that job profile. So it's actually never going to get lost. One of the big benefits that you guys have as customers of TC Backer is that you'll all have your own custom web page. On this web page, you'll be able to see your invoice information, the pictures they choose to share with you. As you see, we got this nice picture of this pup here. I guess, I don't know, I thought we were relevant on the job there with that picture. Your proposal can actually be accepted or rejected right from this page. You can see when your job is scheduled, and then of course, any other important documents that you have. So this is going to be a nice customer engagement portal, if you will, that you guys can take advantage of. And then even when it comes to accepting your proposal, at the click of a button, you can review it, sign it, accept it, leave your comments, and the team's actually going to be notified immediately. So there you go, Chris. That's your quick introduction. Of course, we'll do a training on this in full, in the next coming weeks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't wait, man.
If someone doesn't have an email, can they still communicate through job progress without an email?
Absolutely, and that's a perfect question, man. One of the great things that I noticed about Job Progress is when I create a user for my guys in Job Progress, they actually associate you get like a telephone number basically for it. So we have on our phones, we're all going to have the Job Progress app, and it's basically there's text messaging inside of it. We can text message each other. I can text message one of my guys in the field. We can link a job to the text message. So as soon as that message is sent and it's linked to the job, it pops up in that job. So if I search in that job or Ty searches in that job, he can see that me and Colin communicated about that. Nice. He can see all that communication. Wow. Everything is transparent. The right leg can see what the left leg does all the time. Absolutely. So it's going to be a game changer, man.
So without an email, you can still be in it because it associates the phone number.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
Yeah. So and being a customer, if you don't have an email, we can actually text message you these things as well. So within the Job Progress database, there's an option when I want to send a document to somebody, whether it be a customer agreement to a homeowner, whether it be a material order to my supply house, whether it be a work order to my sub crews, I can choose to either email that or text message it directly from the thing. So it's so versatile, man. Yeah. There's so many things that you can do with it.
So they did a great job. The consumer can see what part where they are in their job.
Absolutely,
they can be a part of that.
Absolutely, man. You can see everything on that customer portal. I'll call it. Everything that we see in the stage that we're going through in that job, they can see all that stuff in their portal, and they don't even have to pick up the phone to make a call because they can open that up and see. Yeah. Okay, we're doing this today, or
the windows were ordered and when they're coming in. Yeah. Or when the job is in progress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can take photos, put them in there, share it with them. They can see that we showed up this morning, that we have the roof tore off, the shingles were delivered, we're finishing the roof, the guys are cleaning up, throughout that whole process of the job being completed. And as a business owner, and Chris was saying, this thing does so much. And as a business owner, it tracks profit and loss and communicates with QuickBooks. So we're not double dipping information everywhere. And that was my biggest pet peeve there, is that we're duplicating things 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 different people are putting the same information in 3 different places. Well, that doesn't happen here anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't have to hire 3 more people when we expand.
Right.
Just to input the same data in 3 different more places.
Right. It's like you put the data in and it builds as it goes along.
Absolutely.
And everyone has access to it that needs access to it.
Absolutely. It's a game changer, man.
The vendors, the client. At the end of the day, for the client, the customer, you get the most efficient company working for you in an efficient manner so they can give you a great price. I mean, let's face it, the customer wants a great price with a great work. Mm-hmm. So if you're efficient, then you're going to give me a better price.
Right.
Because you're not wasting fuel. And whether that's emails, whether that's phone calls, it's all business fuel. right? So you're efficient, and that for a customer, that's just a good feeling to know there's clients, there's contractors out there that aren't, chucking the trucks, or should I say peating the pickups, not chucking the trucks, but they're out there and they care about the client. They're on top of technology in a way that's going to make their business efficient for the end user, which is the people that are getting on there, and for everyone in the process. People don't want to have to put information in 2 or 3 times. Not only the business owner, but people don't want it.
Yeah, no.
Right? They get frustrated because it's in there. So it makes everyone more efficient.
Absolutely.
And they get to do what they really get to do.
Absolutely.
Which is why they came. So that's awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, man,
So-
for sure.
Exactly.
Can they pay their bill through it?
Yes, yeah, they can pay their invoice right on the customer
Wow.
portal. There's a spot, and it will, they can even pay partial payments too. I mean, if you guys remember when he pulled that up on the screen, over on the left-hand side, it had a breakdown of the bill, the remaining balance at the bottom. So whether that be, you paid 33% up front or whatever you and your salesperson work out, all that stuff is going to be broken out right on the customer portal, so you can hop on at any time and see what your outstanding balance is. One of my questions that I had for you, Mike, and I already know the answer to this question, but it's kind of inspiring, so I'm going to ask it for the people here. Where did Job Progress come from, and where were you guys 5 years ago?
So Job Progress started for a company here in Piscataway, New Jersey called Double D Construction, owned by a gentleman named Dennis Darrow. And Dennis and my boss, David Bazzelli, they go back, childhood friends, know each other a long time. They're working together at Double D, and they felt the need to find something else that fit their process, because just like the same situation you guys felt you were in, you were growing rapidly, you needed something else to kind of help you manage all the bits and pieces that go with running a business, right? We all need to evolve with the times. As time keeps on going on, we keep on growing, we need to be able to make sure that we can compensate for that. So they tried a couple other softwares. Nothing really fit their needs the way that they wanted it to. They kind of felt like they were constantly changing their process to make it work. And then, the idea came up about, what if we started and created our own platform? And that's really how it happened, with an idea. And the basis and the dream and the idea behind it was that it was a customizable platform to fit your guys' needs, not really our needs, what we tell you is the best practices or the right way to do this or how your workflow needs to be. No, it was designed so that, exactly like you guys said, how it's manipulated to fit TC Backer's process. That's the whole point. That was why we did this, right? Because we felt that as a company, I know my process. I'm profitable. I'm continuing to grow. So why should I change what I'm already doing just because software XYZ tells me I need to do so? But 5 years ago, we were in a garage at Double D Construction. Dennis was nice enough to give some office space to Job Progress, and I came on board about 3.5 years ago. We were still in that garage. It was me, David Bazzelli, Lester Morris, and it's just incredible where it's at today. Yeah. It's definitely a blessing. God's been good. And everything that I have, I appreciate the Job Progress, because, they gave me an opportunity to grow and, become this. I mean, you guys are having me as a guest speaker on your podcast. It's incredible sometimes, but that's who we are. We're a grassroots campaign. We're doing this ourselves, and we're making noise in the industry because we listen to what you guys want. We listen to your needs. And that's why there are so many ways to do the same thing in Job Progress, as you had mentioned. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's who we are. We're here to stay.
That's awesome, man. That's very awesome. I just like the fact that I know me and you, when you came down for our on-site, you guys call them, when you came into our actual headquarters and you were there for 2 days helping train us live, we got a little bit of time to communicate just one-on-one, and that was one of the things that I was like, this is awesome, man. Like, this guy literally was working in a cubicle in a garage, developing this thing, and now look at them. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of inspiring stuff. Mm-hmm. Coming from a single generation company. You know what I mean? Sure. Like Ty created this company. Look at where we're going. You guys just created that company, and you guys are spreading like wildfire. I see you guys all over the roofing forums and everything. So, you guys have, how many users do you guys have right now?
how many users. Endpoint, we're looking at about 7,000 around there. Endpoint users.
Yeah, that says something, man. That speaks volumes, and just the fact that, like you said, you mold to us. You know what I mean? We did try another CRM. I'm not gonna name any kind of CRMs out there that we tried, but we did try another CRM, and it felt like my biggest reservation for it was I felt like you said, I had to change the way that we did things to make it work in their program, to make it make sense in their program, and it never really got fully
activated. Right?
Yeah, because there wasn't the on-site training. There wasn't the guy that I can just text and be like, hey, like what's going on with this? How do I do this? And get a response to that. So that's the biggest thing from a business standpoint that I see. I have a real live person that I can call that I know has our best interest. He knows our business. He came to our site from New Jersey and stayed here for a couple days with us and learned how we do business. We took him through the whole process. Like, this is what happens when the POs come in. This is how we pay our bills. This is how we do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have a guy that works for the company that's going to be managing our company, basically, that came in to learn our company.
Right.
And how we do
your
it.
perspective.
Right.
So we can see
And
it.
that's huge, man. That's what separates them from other CRMs, in my opinion.
And willing to adjust. I mean, that's important. You know, nowadays adjustments happen so quick with everything in this day and age that you got to be able to adjust, and their ability to adjust to what you need in this market is very valuable to the end client.
Yeah.
You know, and then, like I said, allows you all to do what you do instead of come down with paperwork and all the red tape. You know, it's about getting on the roof. It's about putting in the windows. It's about doing the work that needs done,
Right.
and not spending time with work that can be already done ahead of time.
Right.
And
Exactly.
that's efficient.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
you know, that's awesome. That's amazing. And to know the growth, you guys have put it all out there the whole time. Like, you go back and watch it. You know what I mean? And that's cool. You're like, here, watch us grow. We're going to grow.
Yep.
You know, and it's going to be a little brutal sometimes, but stick with us. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
And you, the client, get to be a part of it. The
Right.
consumer get to be a part of it. And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you know, we have a lot of great things coming up this year. I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, it really is. You know, some of the things we were talking about earlier today, I don't want to announce them yet, but they're going to be huge. They're going to be big. You know what I mean? We're expanding out into different states. That's just one small piece of the puzzle right there.
Yeah.
To fill in the gaps on our way there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've already got the logistics of it mapped out, but without job progress, we wouldn't be able to do that. Like, if we open up a shop in another state, they're all going to be on the same platform. We'll be able to see what they're doing, when they're doing it, and how they're doing it, and we'll know right away if they're not doing their job.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's what we like about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because the system that we have in place now would probably take twice as long to train somebody on it. And then I would have to be there, or we would have to hire someone to like manage like what they were doing,
Right.
just so we could get feedback from them.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But now we don't need that because we can see the moving parts now. Everybody, we can see what their guys are doing out in the field. We can see, you know, let's say we start setting up different sales offices. We'll be able to know what sales office is pulling in more sales than other sales, and then you can drill down in a little more and see what salespeople are bringing in, you know, the most revenue or closing the most deals. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it spider webs out into so many different options.
A digital footprint that is duplicatable.
Yes,
You know,
Yeah.
and
Very
that makes
simple.
it nice.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that actually kind of leads me into a question that I want to have for Mike, just more for the viewers that are watching. As far as reporting goes, you know, let's just say you're the business owner, or you're the CFO, or whatever. You know, what kind of reports can you pull from job progress to kind of see how your company's doing? Can you give us some examples of that?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a great question. Job progress, we definitely have quite a few different reports that are going to be beneficial as a business owner, even just, you know, regular admins that you have in your office trying to see your accounts payable or your accounts receivable, what's owed out there. But if I may, I'm going to share my screen one more time. I'd love to just give you a quick little preview here. So one of my favorite reports is the referral source report. And the reason why I love this report that you see here is because if you're a business owner, you're paying for marketing. I mean, or you should be, right? You should be investing your marketing dollars into areas where it's going to be profitable for you, because you want to reach your message to people who may not know you exist. And there are a lot of people that would benefit from knowing that TC Backer is out there, right? So that's why Google advertising, marketing, those are all tools that are going to help everyday people find out that companies that actually have their best interests at heart are available for them. But in order for somebody like TC Backer to actually see what's worth it or not, you need a tool that's going to help you calculate that. So this referral source report is definitely one of my favorites, because as you go ahead and enter in your leads, enter in your customers, you can track where they're coming in from, see what your total value that you've spent on those ads, whatever it may be, Google SEO, and all that information is going to be translated for you. And then, of course, as it comes to your sales guys, you want to see how they're doing. So being able to see the number of leads that you've assigned to them, how many bids they've created, how many of those jobs were actually won and awarded, and how many total change orders they are, it's going to help give our managers, our owners, a clear picture of what's going on. So, for example, let's say that I've got a sales rep that I notice his tasks are starting to build up. I can come in here and see the number of leads that have been assigned to him versus the number of bids that he's actually sent out to see if he's doing his job. So when it comes to that communication in the system, it's really not only for the company and TC Backer. We keep reiterating the fact that it's for the homeowner and the endpoint user, which again is going to be you guys as customers, because guys like Chris or Victor or Ty can see on a broad spectrum or an overhead view if his team members are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, if they're answering emails, if they're ordering the materials and scheduling the crews. Now it gives them an easier way to make sure that their team is doing what they're supposed to be doing and serving you guys as the customer. So again, seeing those reports, having that clickable and easy to access, so at the clickable button, I know who's doing what and who's not doing what, more importantly in those scenarios, is definitely something that, I think the overall theme that we're talking about here, guys, is communication. Communication. And I think that's communication internally, communication with our customers, our homeowners, our business owners, and being able to hold accountability when something's not being communicated. It's like something that we didn't talk about is how emails automatically get sent out as you change the status.
Yes.
So for the homeowners out there, when you're working with TC Backer, as the guys on the team are ordering those materials and scheduling the crews and changing the status, you're going to get notified immediately. So you don't have to worry about relying on, you know, somebody who's got 30 things on their head, they're trying to remember 10 jobs they got to go ahead and send estimates out to. You don't have to worry about relying on them to communicate with you, because TC Backer has set up protocols in their system that allows for automatic communication. So just, you know, communication is the name of the game tonight. That's what I think, guys.
Yeah, that's the name of the game always, man. Anyone out there, especially the contractors out there, even in rough situations, you know, because, I mean, let's face it, you know, the last couple days are a perfect example. Mother Nature can change plans. And sometimes when you've been waiting 6 weeks for your windows to come in, or 8 weeks for your windows to come in, and we're supposed to start tomorrow, Mother Nature drops 2 foot of snow on you, and we can't start tomorrow. So sometimes we have to have that unfortunate communication, but communication is key. If you just don't show up at that house,
people start getting sketchy.
the situation's a lot worse. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so not only, you know, can you hop on the customer portal and see that there was a schedule change, but we are defaulted. Job Progress is going to notify us as the managers and as the salespeople, like, hey, reminder, make sure that you reach out to this person, or make sure you do this, or, you know, for the new construction game. As soon as I have a job where my roof is finished being installed, my field supervisors are going to get an email saying, hey, this is done, install, go check it. It's automatically generated, all from home base. When I drag that job from installed to completed, they get the notification. Nice. And the cool thing about it is we can even set reminders to remind them every hour, every day, or every 3 days. When I completely get through the whole process, the whole job cycle, and I put that job into the ready to invoice section, my office manager is going to get an email that says, hey, this job is complete, you can invoice it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even have to lift a finger and make that communication. Nice. That it's automatically done. Efficiency is it's on another level. And like, when we first started and got excited about this, this was, I don't know, 5 weeks ago, something like that we decided that we were really going to go with this.
Yeah.
Since then, like what I've discovered playing with this thing, I've gotten giddy excited at least 10 times over.
Right.
I definitely, Mike, with your help, through the snowstorm and stuff, we hopped on a conference yesterday and got some stuff hashed out. I'm just waiting on AT&T devices right now for my guys. I'm ready to launch this thing in new construction. Like I'm ready. Like it's just crazy, man. And I can't wait to see what we're going to be able to accomplish with all this extra time. Like I'm going to have extra time to do things that, we all around this company all wear different hats, between our field guys, between our managers, the office people, we all wear multiple hats is what we like to say.
Yes.
This is going to give me time to not be good at everything, but be great at everything. You know what I mean? Like this is going to alleviate that time that we can focus on some of the things that we, maybe only give 75% attention to.
Yeah, for
sure. Because I mean, let's face it, you only have so much time in a day and so much attention that you can give to things.
Exactly.
So this helps in that way, that I can keep my hand on the pulse over here and focus over here at the same time. So that's in a nutshell how it's going to help us, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. And you guys have just knocked it out of the park. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry. One thing I do want to definitely point out, though, is that it wouldn't be possible for your transition to be where it's at if it wasn't for all the hard work you guys have been putting in. I mean, Chris, you've been killing it, man. You really have been killing it. Every time I jump on with you, I'm even more impressed with how much you've gotten done. So, and seriously, having me come out there, you guys put into it 150%, and that's why your system is the way it is, and will continue to be the way it is, because you give it your all. Yeah. So I definitely want to give kudos to you, Ty, Victor, Kim, Stanley, all you guys in the office. Like, it's you guys that did it, really.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And Chris and Vic, and definitely, and Mike, you guys, just have, Chris called me yesterday all giddy, like he said. He
snowed in.
Yeah, all snowed in. And, me and Mike went over this, and, we did that, and we got the whole new construction thing, and we're ready to launch this thing. And there's a couple more things we've got to tweak. And, and for me, that was probably my biggest worry was the transition of your guys' system into our new construction flow of things. But, and to get that done first before, the retail thing or the investor world, I feel a lot more relieved right now because there wasn't any other so-called CRMs out there that seemed to accommodate that beast. And it is a beast. It's a lot of the work that we do. And for it to be able to accommodate that, and like we said earlier, you guys to be able to manipulate it to our system, and we didn't necessarily have to change what we do to match your system, is definitely impressive. And then the time that you focused on this with us, and the energy Chris has had to spend on, and I think Chris sees the goal, here, like he had mentioned earlier. It's so he can do more things. Right now, he's a hybrid, and we're all hybrids, okay? Chris wears multiple hats. I wear multiple hats. Vic wears multiple hats. This will be able to delete at least 3 of those hats. Right. So then, like he said, then he can focus. So he's not mediocre at all 5 things. Now he can, produce more of the 2 things that he was actually supposed to do. Because the other 3 things are being handled somewhere else by somebody else already. So he doesn't have to duplicate the information 2 or 3 times in 2 or 3 different areas for everyone else to be able to do their job. Right. And really what we're trying to do is streamline things and make it more efficient. And at the end result, at the end of the day, what we're really trying to do, the ultimate goal is to be able to employ more people. And when we have a system in place and everybody knows their job and there's actually a job description, then we know what to look for, who to look for, and give a detailed description of what we're looking for. Right. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
You know what I mean? So and I kicked myself in the ass for not doing this 5 years ago. But the thing was,
transition's not easy.
Yeah, the company wasn't ready.
We weren't ready, man.
Yeah, there wasn't enough players. There wasn't enough people in the right seats on the bus yet.
Right.
You know what I'm
makes
saying?
sense,
At that point in time, I had my finger on the pulse, as Chris would say, on everything at that point in time. And some days I still do, but I've, over the past few years, I've been able to relinquish some of my responsibilities over to people that I trust, whether it be Bob, whether it be Chris, whether it be Brandon, whether it be Vic. You know what I mean? And that's helped us have time to do research and find companies like Job Progress. And the company's not about what I can do anymore. It's about the people that I've surrounded myself around. And Mike plays a big part in that. Those are the people I'm talking about. Not just on our close family, people that I've surrounded myself around, but it's also like, you know, whether it could be Mike Hanscom, my accountant, Mike over at Job Progress, the people that we do work for. It's the people that we've surrounded ourselves around that make us as successful as we are today in order to take care of our customers. We take pride in it. Dude, we were talking about like what a warranty is. I wish I would have brought the definition down here with me, but basically in a nutshell, what a warranty is basically if something goes wrong, we're going to be there to take care of it. That's our guarantee. And that's the definition of a warranty in a nutshell. Okay, if something goes wrong with the product or if something goes wrong with the workmanship, we are guaranteeing that we will answer the phone and come out there and react to it immediately. Right. You know what I mean? And we couldn't do that if we didn't have the right people sitting in the right seats on the bus.
Yeah, because the warranty isn't just a piece of paper.
Yeah,
it's not.
Right.
I mean, a lot of times it is a piece of paper, and there are some companies out there that, and I'm not just saying contractors, I'm saying any kind of company, whether it be, you know, an electronic device or, you know, a car or a service that you pay for. There's a lot of warranties out there. There's a lot of companies that offer warranties, but a lot of times it's literally just that piece of paper. And when it comes time to pay the piper on that warranty, a lot of times it's really hard to get a hold of people.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's one thing that I know. With us, for sure, we take pride in that, man. You know, if we did something wrong, we're gonna own up to it. We'll fix it. We're not perfect. Right. We're not perfect by any means. But one thing that we can be perfect on is answering that phone and responding to those messages and stuff.
No, and that means a lot to the consumer. I remember clients here in Pennsylvania, I won't say names, but they would say lifetime is 7 years, and I'm like, wow, like you should tell people that, right? And this was years ago, but they would say that, and they would hold right to the line, or they'd say, hey man, that's the manufacturers. We just tell them what they told us. Yeah. Right. And I'm like, but you know, they need service work, and that's part of it. They don't know that. Yeah. And they're like, well, that's not how it works. You know, so that matters, being transparent, communication, the whole process. You know, that's value.
Yes.
At the end of the day, for everybody.
It is value.
Absolutely. You know,
and that's what separates us from our competitors, for sure.
And that is a good thing to talk about, simply the best real quick 2021, because you have till February. I mean, if you want companies like that to be in your town, you know, now's the time to say, look, it takes a few seconds, right, to do the Simply the Best. It's Harrisburg Magazine. It's until February 21st. You know, the things that TC Backer asked for is just a little nudge here and a little nudge there. Like, hey, I support you. Hey, I want. If you want companies like this in your community, you got to support them. Like, and maybe.
Love to try to see what's going on in maybe some other states too, because we do work so many places, man.
Exactly.
We can probably get nominated multiple places, but we want to try to make sure that we're covering home base here. So if everyone can hop on, if you haven't done that, share that link with your friends. That would be fantastic.
Can we talk about the giveaway and then shout outs?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
The sweatshirt giveaway. It's next episode. It's going to be the giveaway.
Right.
And so what do they have to do? They have to like the TC Backer page, right?
Yep.
Share it, right?
Yep.
Give a review.
Yes.
So go give a review. You can either go to Facebook or Google, right? Either one.
Well, the review part isn't a
Chick Ashley says she's gonna sign up just because of Mike.
Man.
Did you hear that, Mike?
It's kind of cute too.
Oh, we're back.
Oh,
We're back.
Nice.
Can we hear us?
She's gonna sign up just man.
Nice.
Just in time.
Great. Sorry, Mike. I just busted you out, man.
I can't right now.
That was my #1 biggest fan.
That was horrible
my
timing.
girl,
Yes,
Ashley.
it was. As Jen is on there. Yeah. Anyhow, I guess we're live again. We have
Yes.
audio back.
So let's talk about, so next week, if you guys could please touch base on the nominations for Simply the Best. We were talking about that. Vic had it up. The sweatshirt giveaway is next week. And we want to thank Mike for being on here, man. Job Progress.
For sure.
What a great company. What you guys are doing for TC Backer and what TC's Backer doing for the community. Amazing. So if you're looking for opportunities, if you're looking for a career in the trades, make sure you hit up 321 Veteran, like their Facebook page, give them a review on Google. Like, let's help each other. Little actions. You don't have to always spend money to help people in this digital age. Liking this, sharing this, commenting, all that stuff helps the algorithms. And this is it, man. It's the Jetsons nowadays. So please, thank you everyone for being here. It's been a great show. Vic, you're a beast, man. Like, to deal with all that electronic stuff, whatever's back there, all those fires, you're amazing. Ty and Chris, another great show,
Yeah, it
man.
was.
Everyone, it's been amazing. I'll let you guys finish up. But thank you, everyone, for being patient. A lot of love here, a lot of respect, and we appreciate you a lot. I hope you always know that.
For sure.
So, Chris, if you want to finish up and wrap it up here real quick.
Yeah, so like Shane touched on, the one thing that we didn't get to say, the Best of York County, that nomination period is from February 15th to February 28th. So we're doing the Harrisburg one right now. York's going to be coming right after that. It's the 15th to the 28th. We'll be talking about that, on our next show.
We'll
Mike,
have to.
I can't say enough good stuff about you, man. We were kind of joking while the cameras were off here about, you're going to kind of be our liaison on our new places if we open up in other states. And, if we're going to open up a satellite shop, I believe probably Delaware is probably going to be the first place that we head.
Yes.
So, we're going to need some on sites out there, and that's going to be a little bit closer to your place, your neck of the woods. So, I can't say enough good things about you, man.
Me too.
I appreciate all your support that you've given me to be able to do this for the company. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us, brother.
Yeah, man. I can follow up a little bit on what Chris was saying there. We definitely appreciate all your help and support and just how quick your response time is with Chris. And you've honestly helped with this whole process. I mean, we couldn't have did it without you. And of course, Baker and Vic and a couple other people and stuff. But, we appreciate everything you've done. And I feel a lot better now that we're about halfway there with this, at least on one portion of the company. That allows me to continue to keep thinking about other things and how we're going to expand the company and how we're going to be able to do that and not put too much on everyone else, because that's what I was doing at the end of the day. I was putting too much on Chris, Vic, and Kim and Jocelyn and Sam in the office by getting more builders, by hiring more people and doing more advertising and marketing, because it's not even spring yet and the phone's ringing. I mean, it has rung for the past 11 months, and I think a lot of people weren't necessarily in the same boat, but fortunately we doubled down, I believe, when everybody else was pumping the brakes. And sometimes with Google things take a little time, but sometimes you can do it so you got a little more instant gratification from it. So those things that take a little time to mature will be ready come spring.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure.
So I can't even imagine what the phone's going to be like, and right at that time we should hopefully be 100% into job progress, and from the moment the phone rings to the time that the job needs invoiced. And that was something that I wanted to talk about earlier, that how many contractors are out there, and people won't believe this, but how hard it is to find the time to do invoicing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of companies struggle with being able to do the billing portion of it, or let's say paying bills on time. It's not because they don't have the money, it's just because they don't have the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And this system in place will not that we don't do either one of them, but I'm just saying it's going to make the process a lot easier for us.
Yeah, more efficient.
Yeah, more efficient, you
at the
know,
end of the
and
day.
so we can expand. So when there's work being done in other states, it's going to be so much easier for us to handle all of those things from a distance.
Yep. Be on the pulse
I guess
of what's
is the
going
point that
on.
I was trying to get
Yep.
to. But Mike, you're the man. Thank you for everything. Like, share, comment on our hoodie giveaway. We're giving them away. We're going to announce the 5 people that we're giving them away to next week. Thank you, Lauren, for posting that again today. And then, of course, nominate us for the Harrisburg Magazine Readers Poll, Simply the Best, 2021. That ends on the 21st at midnight. And then the York one, that kind of has me a little worried because that's only from the nomination period is from the 15th to the 28th.
Yeah.
So they're not giving us as much time to get nominated at that point in time. So we're gonna have to hit the pavement hard on that one and get that.
And Horizon Lawns. Horizon Lawns is going to be
Yes.
in the best of York County as well. So make sure you guys show them some love. Those kids, they bust their butt. Not only for Horizon Lawns, but they also do a lot of extracurriculars. You know,
Yes.
that have to do with this show. Basically, any of the grunt work that comes into all of the crazy ideas that we develop.
Yes.
Those boys that run that run that company, they kill it, man.
Yes.
They kill it. So
Yeah.
they definitely deserve it. I don't know any other more hardworking people in their age group than those guys. So they deserve it, and make sure you guys go check that out. Thank you, Lauren, for posting that.
Yes. Thank you, guys, and thank you again, Mike. We'll see you soon. Thank you, Vic, for all your hard work. Shane, you're the man, and of course, Chris Baker, you're always my man. So thank you, guys, and have a wonderful night.
Yeah.
In
Everyone
case-
next week.
in
Next
case-
Wednesday.
In case we lost audio again, I love you.